He's torn his bloody cruciate. Or, sorry, he's damaged it. But it's going to be 9 months out. It's the last thing we need right now.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like on the video. That would be most excellent. So, things are going well. Top of the league, 4 points clear. We were pretty much up there at first, but I think as other teams have started to fade away and have little blips, we've been on a good spell. 14 unbeaten in the league now. We really have started to put the runs together. Considering we've had those injuries on the right-hand side, we've actually done pretty well to push on through. And I really do feel like it's ours to lose now. Provided we don't get any more serious injuries to really, really important players, I think we're in an excellent position to just keep on pushing this season. And that's what we're going to try to do for the next couple of episodes. Just really get through a load of league games. Also, though, I've taken a few players on trial that were released on December 31st. And there's a guy from Fulham, a Jamaican backup striker, who looks like he could be a very good prospect just to bring in and give us a bit of extra strength to back up our strikers slightly, because he'd be available on the cheap, and he looks pretty solid, to be fair. Pacey, good finishing. I'll show you him if he actually joins us. Duke Billington has a good ring to it. Yes, you're right. I think Duke Billington, the Duke, makes a lot of sense from a man win. I think that will be his title if he can get to 30 league goals this season. I think I will crown him Duke Billington. And he's only got 10 more to get in the next, 21 matches? I think he might get there. How do you see Billington and Sullivan getting on as the main striker duo in the Premier League? Really want to continue to thrive, but surely they'll hit their ceiling soonish. I don't know. It's hard to say because they're both young, and they're both still maxing out their attributes as far as, the star ratings at the team a lot of the time, particularly Fran Sullivan, meaning that I really don't know how high they can fly. But of course, at some point, they will hit a ceiling, I'm sure of it. I feel like everyone in this team is going to hit that ceiling. Simon Nelson is the one guy that I think might actually be brilliant one day, and could stay with us for the rest of the save as a first teamer, but we'll see. But for now, they're going nowhere. I see no reason why they won't be our starting strike partnership in the Premier League next year if we were to get there anyway, because they're some of our best footballers, and I really want to give them a shot, you know? So today, we play Blackburn. Blackburn are, where are they? Sort of mid-table. Also, it's worth noting how good Fleetwood Town have been this season. They were up and around there last year a little bit too, but the fact that they're back up in the playoff spots again is pretty impressive for the fact that they could be in the Premier League next year if they get the right run of game. And unfortunately, a lot of knackeredness, quite simply. But is Morton available? I might start Morton over Nelson just to give that side a little bit of a rest, as with Thompson coming back in too, sort of. Buffo, maybe it is about time we gave him a little rest, actually, and put Regan Booty in for a game, just to try to get the team some kind of break. Although, is Chan available? No, he's still not available. It's not great, but he'll have to do. I'm going to give Jeff Hayes a continuing start here. He really did impress me in that last game, and frankly, nobody else has really taken control of that role on that right-hand side, so I want to give Jeff Hayes his chance. With all the other injuries, I think that's really the best we can do today. And away we go, I suppose. Really, I still feel like West Brom are probably the strongest other side in this league. They have dropped a few points as of late, but I think in the long term, they probably will be the team that will challenge us towards the top, unless we go on a poor run, of course. I think Burnley look pretty good too, but it'd be nice to see a surprise package go up, someone like a Fleetwood. Early start here, though. Sullivan's ball through, and it's flicked over by Smith. Norburn. Good block. Sullivan's got it. He might just go through himself here. He's all the way through. They're not going to block him. Wow. Fran Sullivan's 14th goal of the year. He is one away from his tally from last season. That's the one thing about him this season that has really stepped in the right direction, is his goal scoring. Absolutely horrendous from Blackburn here. I don't know how, surely that would count as an assist, right? Because it does come off of our player, but I guess whatever. Great finish from Sullivan. That's almost like Win Billington-esque. 14 for the year for him now. I think he might even get to 20. I've liked what Watson's done this season. Oh, Sullivan to the back post. Billington, Sullivan, and it's... what on earth happened there? Thompson to Morton. I wish we had Nelson, but needs must. Dave Morton, though. He's always good for a goal when you need him. Flying forward, Billington. Weird game. I haven't really created a lot in terms of, shots, but we've had 3 clear-cut chances and maybe could have even had a second goal at some point. Let's see. Second half. Try and prevent them from scoring at all. That'd be lovely. Nevitt. Can he pull it back for Booty? No, but he might still keep this in, and he's still got it. Nevitt, brilliant work. Morton, Sullivan. Oh, Billington's not done. Dave Morton is, and it's deflected and wide. And wow. Come on. Morton to whip one all the way through, and it's at the back post, and I think that's going to be offside against Sean Smith. Yes, it is. Thornley not dispossessed. Westwood. Oh, get there. No, Pierce. Good save by Griggsy. First time he's had to do anything, really. Can Sullivan dink onto the back post, and Billington's through. What a goal. Oh, my goodness. What an angle. Billington makes it 2-0, his 21st of the season, but this is some angle. How on earth does he turn it in from there? He is on fire. That makes him now 55 goals in the league in 2 seasons. McCoy needs to track Hogarth here, or just side him down. There we go. Well done, Max. Hayes with the ball through. It's not defended too well. Billington will pick this up. Buffo. Oh, around the side for Dave Morton. Tight angle. Goes for the goal. And cleared. Should have been 3 there late on, I feel like. Sullivan's ball. Cleared, and it's headed wide. I don't know who that was for Thompson. Well, that looks like it will do it. Blackburn 0. Whitport 2. Thoroughly professional performance from the lads. Another clean sheet. No, you dare. Good defending, guys. Just get your bodies in the way, and that will do it. No? Still playing? For some reason? Anyone? Around the side? Why are we still playing? There we go. Blackburn 0, Whitport 2. Good result for us. We move 6 points clear at the top of the league as Burnley leapfrog West Brom. It's really a bit of a fight between everybody else down there at the moment as we're slowly scarpering away, scoring a decent number of goals and not conceding very many either. Lovely. Some games of camera. Back in a minute, I think for Derby or Newcastle. I can't remember exactly which game it is. We'll be back. Right then. We're back. We went away to Barnsley in the FA Cup. Unfortunately, conceded from an indirect free kick, and that cost us the match. Very frustrating, particularly as a result here would have actually got us through to an away match against either Liverpool or Spurs, which means big money. Could have earned us like £1 million. But no, we hadn't lost in 17 matches, and then we got to lose to Barnsley in the FA Cup with a basically full-strength side. Bad times. Bad times. Thankfully, though, back in the league, there was nothing of that sort of drama. Jeff Hayes gave a lovely little touch around the goalkeeper, not around the goalkeeper, around the defender, slips it across to Fran Sullivan, 1-0. Unfortunately, though, for the second game in a row, we conceded a goal from an indirect free kick. Back of the net, 1-1. Confusing. But thankfully in the second half, we really sort of just put our foot down and started to get into this. Lovely little touchback from Sullivan. And Buffo with a gorgeous little bender right in off the post in the 69th minute. Nice, 2-1. And then later on, we kicked on. Off the bench was Sean Levi, the new striker I brought in. Sullivan picks it up, gets into his lovely Sullivan zone, slots it home, 3-1. And then with seconds left on the clock, we got a lovely little breakaway. Jeff Hayes, for his second assist of the night as well, whipping a ball across. And there was Sean Levi, first goal for the club, 4-1. Very quickly to show you Sean Levi, we got him on a free transfer. He was released by Fulham, I believe. But we got him on a free transfer. He's on £2,500 a week, which is okay. Finishing isn't amazing, but he's quick, which is key for me. He's got good anticipation, composure, and very good off the ball. So I think he's going to get into the right positions on the regular, and I think he could be an excellent backup striker for us, as he's already showed with a goal and an assist in one of his 3 starts. So not bad. Sadly, though, there was worse news in this game with Russell Nevitt. We got an injury. He's torn his bloody cruciate. Or, sorry, he's damaged it. But it's going to be 9 months out. It's the last thing we need right now. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of Ross Harris for the rest of the season. Russell Nevitt's not going to be back until well into next year, it would feel like. And that might be a career ender, potentially, because of his key point in his growth. So we will really have to look at left-backs in the summer. Next up, we travelled to Fratton Park against struggling Pompey. This time, Sanctus was the one out on the right-hand side. Whips the ball across. There was Simon Nelson, equalling his goal tally from last year with his 6th of the season. But, third game in a row, same position, same goal, 3 times in a row. Weird. Thankfully, though, later in the first half, Nelson gets the ball out wide, and it's just a gorgeous little sliderable ball into the channel. Win Billington's on the end of it. 2-1 gives us that huge lead. Pompey missed a second half penalty as well, which really, really helped, but we were able to find ourselves a third goal late in the game. Booty whips it across. Sullivan flicks it to the back post, and there was Sankis to make another goal for us. Sadly, though, after 17 games unbeaten, the run finally came to an end as we went down 1-0 at home to Ipswich. Their first shot of the game in the 51st minute. They did have another chance after that, but still, to lose it was very frustrating when we actually played okay. And then in classic Football Manager style, after losing our first game in 17, we then went and lost another one away at Derby County. Erskine, really tight angle, bad goalkeeping this time from Griggs, unfortunately, 1-0 Derby. We did, however, find ourselves a way back into this game now. I thought, okay, maybe things will be a little bit different. They had a lot of shots, we had some chances too, ball in the box, Morton on the end of it, 1-1 at Pride Park. But then the red card to Luke Watson, second yellow it was in fact, allowed a bit more space for Derby, unfortunately. The ball comes to the edge of the box, and it's just a pinging shot from Powell, back of the net, 2-1 Derby, back-to-back defeats. It's sad to see, but it's just one of those things. So we find ourselves now 3 points clear at the top. Thankfully, other teams around us have not exactly been in great form. Fleetwood have lost back-to-back games, and West Brom have only taken a point from the last 2 games. Bristol City and Burnley are the real form teams in the league. And then if you look, there's an 11-point gap between 5th place Burnley and 6th place Huddersfield. It really is the haves and the have-nots. But frankly, any of that top 5 could still comfortably get promoted at this point. We do have a game in hand, though, which is today at home to Villa. I thought we'd do Villa, because Neil Ardley and all that. So if we do win here, we could push that gap back to 6 points, thankfully, because of all that. We're still looking really solid. Second best defence in the league, and the best attack joint with Bristol City, who do look very, very good, to be fair. Billington on 22, Sully on 16 with 15 assists as well. Now Nelson on to 11, all looking well. As for the Premier League, Blackhaven had a really poor run of matches where they lost 4 in a row, but they got a draw away at Leicester and they thrashed Fulham 4-1 at the Leyth Investments Authority Stadium just to give them a little bit more of a cushion, as they do still have an 8-point gap and they've got games in hand on a lot of the teams around them. So you feel like really one more win would probably be enough to keep Blackhaven up this year, maybe 2. And I feel like they'll probably get them just through, statistically, they're likely to get them. But their goal difference has certainly been getting a lot worse for lately. Got hit for 5 by Spurs. They made no January signings at all, which is very surprising considering, well, they're Blackhaven. It's what they do. Swansea, though, 24 matches into the Premier League season, have still yet to get a victory and are very much on course for the worst Premier League season in history. Which is weird because this lot beat us in the final, remember? That could have been us. So, changes will need to be made for this game, unfortunately. Buffo's picked up a knock. Watson's injured himself. That is why... Okay, my assistant is actually on some kind of narcotics if he thinks that we want to put a 6'5" centre-back as our playmaker in this game. No, that's going to be a soft, hard no. A soft, hard no. What are you talking about? Now, obviously, because Buffo, Booty, Watson are all injured, that's fine, but they're not playing there. In fact, Idris is going to come in for this one. Chan at right back, which is nice. Sankis on the right or Jeff Hayes? I feel like Jeff Hayes is definitely been the performer of the bunch. Yes, he's done well. 4 assists this season. Sullivan and Billington up front, always nice. Coadio's very nearly back, but he's not quite there yet. Lee is not playing at right back. So the bench is going to be Morton, Aline, Pratt, Davidson, Herbert, Sankis, and Thomas. It's a bit of a thin one, to be fair, but the overall team is pretty strong. But given that we've now lost back-to-back matches in the league out of nowhere, it's a frustrating one. Villa have started off really strongly, they've just sort of tailed off to mid-table. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this one as well. Let's try to turn this around. Because annoyingly, had we just pulled up... to lose to Ipswich and Derby, they're just poor results because they're sort of mid-table nothing games that you'd expect to win, and we haven't. And annoyingly, had we won those games with the dropped points elsewhere, we'd have been miles clear. A win here could do wonders for the confidence, particularly as it gets to put one over on Neil Ardley. Not that I have anything really against Neil Ardley. The guy wasn't... He did choose to take the Blackhaven job, but he clearly did a good job as a manager. Nelson, losing his teammates. He's into the box. He's probably going to shoot, and he does, and Ross just sort of tips it wide for some reason there, but a good early opening for it. It's nice that we're nearly going to have Coadio back. It's going to maybe be another couple of weeks, and then he'll be back in the first team. We've really not seen... What the hell? What a save from Russell Griggs there. But come on, defending. This is what I mean. It just feels like all of a sudden we can't do anything anymore. Come on, we need a win. There's nobody for him to pass this back to. Well, I mean, that is not in any way surprising, really. We've been really caught out here. Twaisi's through. Griggs is going to need to save it, and he hasn't been able to, but he doesn't need to. Here we go again. We're at least getting a decent number of corners today, which is always helpful for us as Thompson flicks one over. Chan with a little bit of space now. He's into the box. Can he find a cross for someone? Maybe pull it back, and Sullivan gets the shot in. That's better. First real opportunity of the game, really, for either side. Sullivan delivers again, and Thompson's there. That's a really good clearance, annoyingly. Capolo. Come on, Harris, just stay with him. Well tackled. Win Billington is injured. I was literally just about to make a little opposition instruction change, and Win Billington has now gone down injured. Shh. Oh, God. Okay, now it should have changed his over. It's gonna... Oh, Lord. There was me being worried about Russell Nevitt, and now Win Billington has gone down injured. It's a red injury, too. This is bad. We got to see what kind of injury this potentially could be. Performance-wise, very lackluster, but bigger fish. Right, what's happening here? What are we looking at? That looks like a groin strain or something. Like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe. That's not ideal, but at least we've got Sean Levi. But that is worrying still. Mainly on account of the fact that we just don't look very good. Much like the last couple of matches, to be honest. Against Ipswich, we played well, and we're unlucky to lose. Against Derby, we played okay, and the defeat was slightly much more fair. And in this one, we just look worse and worse each game as goes by now. Nelson, loads of room out wide. Can we just get a lucky result ball in? And Sullivan! Ooh, that's usually where he eats up those sort of situations normally. Even the draw wouldn't be the worst result, because it would at least push the lead back up to 4 points in terms of automatics. But really, this is an opportunity for us, or we thought it would be. Anyway, Capolo. Whoa. The other key thing is Idris has really struggled to get involved in the game, and it's tipped wide by Ross. I don't know who that was with the shot. But yeah, Idris is having a poor day so far, and I feel like that might be another issue. We've got a lack of creativity in the team at the moment. Sullivan's born. Thompson, it's all the way through. Well, I mean, look at that. Just a dreadful performance indeed. Now it's going to be 1 goal scored in 3 matches, and yeah... Just 1 point from our last 3 matches. Does push us back to a 4-point lead at the top again over Bristol City. But it's just a frustrating one again where, right, that's not even the big deal right now. The big deal is Win Billington's injury. We at least kept it tight at the back, but 4 weeks with a groin strain. That's a long time for us to be without our top scorer for the season. Not ideal. Thankfully, Sean Levi will be able to play, but he's not the same player, is he? He's no Wyn Billington. We're going to have to sort of muscle our way through these next few fixtures without Wyn. That's going to be really difficult. Because you can see, 17 games we went unbeaten since that Blackburn game, and then, bam. Just a sort of unfortunate defeat, and it's off again. We're going to have to really stick it in these next few matches. So we're going to come back for Sheffield United away. Not an easy game at all. Not sure what we'll do after that. Maybe even come back for West Brom at the end of that episode. Really do a big chunk for that one. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, in spite of that, do drop a like on it. That would be sensational. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That would be brilliant as well. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and one of the weekend days. Not sure entirely at the moment because of the way the football season's going currently. But do go follow there too. And I will join you guys in the next episode. As things start to get more uncertain, I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Cappy bar. Bye-bye.